This full moon got you feeling vulnerable, huh? In some arena of your life, vulnerability is coming up. Heartfelt things, emotions, feelings, the ooey gooey is somehow rising to the surface. Your willpower, who you truly are, your relationship to your authenticity, all of that stuff is coming up to the surface, and I'm ready to dive in. So grab your stuff, grab your supplies, get comfortable, and let's dive into this full moon in Leo. It's your girl J, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this full moon in Leo that we are having on January 25th, 2024, 1/25/24. It's fire energy. I'm like ready to like dive in and get at it. So hydrate, light it if you got it. I'm going to go ahead and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this full moon in Leo that we are having on January 25th, 2024. And the download that came through is what's in the way of you using the full capacity of your heart? Leo is the heart. Leo is your willpower. Leo is the sign of I will. And in order to access your willpower, you gotta have fucking access to your heart. No matter what society tries to tell you, yeah, we can run on autopilot and we can, allow, but you don't run on autopilot without a battery. And your heart is the battery. And so, let me put this down. It's happening, this full moon is happening at 10:54 a.m. Mountain Time, 12:54 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's happening at 5 degrees Leo. And you know I gotta hit you with the handy dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. Ooh, it was already on Aquarius, so we're gonna be close to Leo already. And it's happening at 5 degrees Leo. Oh, of course, it's a long one, so bear with me. Elias Lonsdale's description of the 5th degree of Leo is a seemingly young man, but with gray hair. I know a couple of those who have a Leo moon, actually. Anyway, when different sides of the soul have developed to drastically different points, you become a strange mix, a hybrid brew. Simultaneously ancient with wisdom and vibrant with youth at best, or perhaps a once aging rapidly and still unformed. Those facets that are older and wiser have developed a greater mode of perception over long cycles of time. Those facets that remain young and unformed have not kept up with the greater awareness in the personal expression and embodiment. Therefore, your knowingness is advanced, yet your performance is as a novice. Damn! Elias, don't be playing. This is where this energy is focusing. This full moon, and full moons are times of release. We are not manifesting or trying to set intentions for this. When it comes to full moon, this is just about a period of release and a period of harvest. What you receiving what the divine has for you, and you hands off the wheel. But the divine's letting us know, therefore your knowingness is advanced, knowing, Aquarius, I know. Yet your performance is as a novice, Leo, I will. Leo, performance. The hardest part is to accept and embrace yourself as you are, and to forgive and transmute what sometimes seems like a lack of courage and individual strength under fire. The only way this combination can become integrated is if the advanced witness acknowledges the unconditional value and intentions of the fledgling personal one, who will flourish and start to catch up if loved and fostered. Your own inner self is the central benefactor, the one who can say yes and bring forth life abundantly. And bring life forth abundantly. Damn. The biggest thing I took from that, I get it now, a seemingly young man, but with gray hair. Your knowingness is advanced, yet your performance is as a novice. Ouch! Fuck! That's like, and ain't that like God? Ain't that the divine? Just to be like, yeah, you got all this knowledge, but about the application. Jesus. So I just want to go ahead and dive in and start asking these questions. The first question I want to ask, hydrate, light it if you got it, sorry for the shakes, is what's blocking our hearts? What's blocking our heart from, what's blocking us from using the full capacity of our heart? Pulling from the original writer with, ooh. All right, what's blocking us, for some of us, it's like this vision in our head of what we're supposed to be like, how it's supposed to be. What's blocking your heart is, for some of you, it's a competitive spirit. You're trying to compete with people around you versus competing with who you were yesterday. I feel like what's blocking your heart is this like idea that you're always supposed to be on, and you're always supposed to be attractive, and you're always supposed to be like motivational and inspiring, when what's blocking is the fact that like there's some illusion, there's some shadow, I feel like, that's in the way. Yeah, two words underneath there. What's blocking our heart is defensiveness. I feel like the last time we felt wholeheartedly, it burned us. The last time that you like really let yourself feel and love like unabashedly, like fucking being lost in the fucking rapture of love, for a lot of you, your vulnerability has not been rewarded. I'll never forget that. That was like one of the most powerful things like an ex of mine said, and I'll just never forget that, like, because I wasn't able to identify it, and he was like, your vulnerability, you've been very vulnerable, and it has not been rewarded. And I will just like, thank you for seeing that. Thank you for seeing, for saying that. But I feel like that's what's happened for a lot of us. The last time we were vulnerable, or someone, there could be also someone with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, maybe Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I know that's everybody but Earth, and the Earth folk, y'all ain't angels anyway. There just may be someone in authority, or someone powerful, or someone that's made it, or someone you're comparing yourself to, someone that's very fiery and charismatic or charming, that I feel like is blocking you from like letting yourself be so super duper free. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. For some of us, there's something just about competition or comparison. What do they say? Comparison is the killer of joy, or something like that. And the King of Pentacles came out. So for some of you, I feel like it's like you're comparing yourself to other people. You're comparing your journey to other people, especially people who have made it, or people who are ahead of you in some sort of way. I feel like we got to quit getting caught up in believing these people, everybody's highlight reels. Nobody's showing their fucking eating disorders on their social media. So no one's showing the fact that, they just had to ask their parents for money on social media. No one's asking, no couples, especially the couples. There's a lot of couples that I feel like you think, oh, that's what love is supposed to be like. That's what it's supposed to feel like. And it's just like, these people ain't even fucking happy. Yeah, what's blocking our hearts is illusion. What's blocking our heart is indecision, is fear, is a lack of willingness to like break through the clouds. I feel like a lot of us, there's, caught in like daydreamy, this kind of like there's like an illusion that we're caught up in. Please clarify the Seven of Cups. Some of you are comparing yourselves to somebody's ex, or trying to compare yourself to a situation, or you're like, you know, some like, it's just like, stop. There is no comparison. You don't need to be comparing yourself to anybody or anything, or worried about how much time you have, or but no, that's not that's not the goal. That's not the move. I feel like they're also what's blocking is that the divine is trying to bring in this change of heart, trying to get you to really evaluate your relationship to visualization, your relationship to daydreaming, to believing that you can have the things that you want. I feel like a lot of us, what's blocking us from using the full capacity of our hearts is a fear that no one will love our shadow. That someone won't love your darkness. And you're right. If you don't love your darkness, if you haven't befriended it, if you haven't spent the time to tame it, why should I? But then again, like, you may get lucky and find somebody like me, because I love people's shadows, and I love like the unseen and the hidden. That's probably because I have Venus and Taurus on the 8th house. So there is something there about like what's blocking you is this fear of your shadow, or a fear of being your whole self, a fear that people won't love you for your weirdness, or for your quirks, or for your darkness, or for your mental issues, or mental health issues, or for the fact that you know, there could be some emotional stuff that you haven't figured out. Yeah, with the Two of Swords here, there's a lot of defensiveness. There's a lot of emotion and intuition on the back burner, but baby, there's all this love here. There's all this opportunity. Look at the Two of Cups just showing up. Please clarify the Seven of Cups. A lot of us, I feel like, what's blocking our hearts is just fear. Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands. So, okay. Some of you are still untethering, or like turning yourself away from some immature situation, or somebody who is immature, or somebody that behaved childishly, or continues to behave or think childishly. I feel like, especially if they have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, and like they're on some kind of bullshit, or they don't have to have those placements, but they're just maybe somebody that's like hella underdeveloped. And I feel like you've been connected, or like tethered to something very underdeveloped. And for a lot of you, you've turned your back on your inner child, and it's got you all defensive, got you forgetting your stance, got you forgetting that these motherfuckers are opposing you from below. You are maintaining a higher ground. You're on higher ground. And with it being Aquarius season, this is all about everything higher echelon, getting to the highest levels of things. Graduation of sorts. And it's funny, this is Aquarius energy showing up. So I feel like, to clarify the Seven of Cups, in regards to blockages, our heart is still holding on to old emotions, old fears, old options, old shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And it's time to really put your weapons down. It's time to put the defenses down. This is not the place that you make decisions from. This person, if they stay this way, will not make a good decision, and may swing at or slice at something that's good for them, just out of like sheer, you know, defense mechanisms. And these like old, outdated knee-jerk reactions. And so the way to clear this is by initiating a new relationship with yourself, initiating a new relationship with your inner child, so that you can be direct, so you can find the language that you need, or so that you can come into contact with the language that you need. Your inner child may have some verbiage or some words or something that really unlocks this, like, oh wow, I've been protecting myself in a way that's not working for me. I've been protecting myself in a way that's keeping me guarded. And so there's some sort of like internal, for lack of a better phrase, come to Jesus that you're having with your thoughts, with your mind, with your mindset. especially in Aquarius season. Aquarius season is going to ask you to transmute. It's going to ask you to evaluate your pain so that you can transmute that into power. It's going to ask you to look at the way that you communicate, the words that you say, what you profess, what you can confess out of your mouth about your love, about your life, about what your future, where you're going. I feel like what's blocking you is some of your thought processes, your relationship with your inner child, maybe this relationship with somebody petty from the past or somebody that you have a child with. But there is a change to your defensive stance that wants to come in. That's the big thing here. And I feel like a lot of us have just been vacillating, going back and forth in the mind, trying to make a decision that we wouldn't have to spend so much time going back and forth about if you put your fucking defenses down, take the blindfold off, and be willing to see everything for as it is. No more willful blindness. Be willing to ask the questions that need to be asked. Be willing to stand up for yourself. Be willing to shoot your shot. Be willing to dive deeper into the depths of your subconscious mind so that you can really figure out what the fuck is going on in my psycho-cybernetic settings so that I can untether myself. I can break this chain. I can break this chain of thought, of belief, of being. So what do we need to release in order to unblock our heart outside of fear? Ooh, fear that you'll be left, fear that you'll be abandoned, fear that you'll be wronged, fear that something shady will happen. My question was, what should we release in order to unlock pain? And some of you, it's like you dropped the ball at some point. You fucked someone over, you lied, you cheated, you did something, and you got to let go of the fear that you'll do it again, or the fear that you're damaged, or that you're a bad person. I feel like what you need to release, they're holding the Three of Swords. That's the quintessential heartbreak card. So some of us are still holding on or considering ourselves responsible for the pain that somebody else is holding on to. Somebody from the past may be revealing to you that they're still hurt, or they still want something from you, or they this, they that, and you may be moved on from that point. A lot of us, I feel like, are fucking done with whatever we just got out of, or whatever situation that we were in. I don't know why the Three of Swords is hiding, but I feel like you're hiding the Three of Swords. We are hiding our pain. We're masking it in some sort of way versus doing the really Leonian style brave thing, which is facing your shit. Don't fake shit to make it. Face it and face it again and face it again and face it again until you body that shit, until you transmute that pain into power. All right, the Three of Swords is hiding, and I think that's because, thank you, a lot of us have romanticized our pain. A lot of us have gotten familiar. This feels like home to a lot of you. And the spirit is saying, hey, those three swords you're holding are these three swords. There's heartbreak, pain, disappointment, people that have walked away from you. Look, and then the two swords on the ground. So what you need to unblock, I love my fucking job. Oh my God. Sometimes it's just like, what? Anyway, okay. What you need to release is this, the defensiveness, the willful blindness. Put these two swords that you're holding up, throw them on the fucking ground, baby. We are not in control anyway. All we can control is what we voluntarily put into our bodies, whether we react or respond, and what we do about our intentions. Everything else is outside of your jurisdiction, boo. So stop mismanaging your energy. Stop mismanaging your energy by way of trying to control shit that's not even in your jurisdiction to control. Yes, they left. Yes, you left. Maybe you dropped the ball. Maybe you hurt them. Maybe you caused pain. You're a fucking human. That's what you're supposed to do. Our parents are supposed to fuck us up. Character development. It's not all trauma, and so there is this understanding that a part of life is pain. A part of life is angst and loneliness and longing and being fucking shredded and restitching yourself back together, figuring out that you have the tools, that you have everything that you need to mend this, to take these swords out of your heart, because whenever you do the part to like take the swords out, you come out armed. And data, and you come out armed and with new data. Swords and tarot are thoughts, words, legalities, mindsets. It's data, it's information. So you do your part to uproot these swords out of your heart, to clear out the confusion, and you come out better than ever. 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, all the divine is asking you to do is some emotional inventory. And it's time to look at the last 9-10 months. For some of you specifically, it's time to look at the last 9-10 years. Yeah, because babies, oh, okay, goddamn. Because baby, something new is coming in, and it's long lasting, and it's replenishing, and it's restorative. I feel like what you release, you end up making room for all this. You drop them damn swords, and then all of a sudden both of your hands are free for you to do the emotional inventory, and you end up feeling really, really proud of myself. And it's like, look how far I've come, me and my motherfucking cups. Look how far I've come in my emotional and spiritual and creative development. And because I've come so far, both of my hands are free. And I can grab this new relationship. I can grab this new influx of physical, spiritual, sexual energy. I can grab these new opportunities. I can grab this new like burst of energy. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, or Aquarius placements coming in. But it's like you do this emotional inventory, and then all of a sudden you have the hands free that's needed to fucking do something with these opportunities and this energy that's coming in. And what you do with them is, I feel like, get intimate. And the lovers, they're naked. There's a merging that's happening. I feel like you do your part to let go of all this stuff, and then all of this, like, exactly what you want is on the other side. The 10 of fucking Cups, but all that is required is the 10 of Swords. That version of you that was a victim, that version of you that's hurt, that version of you that caused pain, that version of you that's ashamed or feels guilty or has lied or misled other people, every breath is an opportunity to change. And I promise you, for as much heaviness and darkness as you've experienced, the sun is coming out to push out the dark so that you can experience equivalent light. So what will help us express ourselves more? Because I feel like a lot of this is, the root of this is the most important card in all of the cards that have come out is the Queen of Swords. There is something about you telling it like it is, you being direct. You can be direct without being a dick. I saw 22. We are all being asked to be more masterful with our words and more masterful with our thoughts. Because the thing is, if you're more masterful with your mind, you'll be more masterful with your thoughts. And when you're more masterful with your thoughts, you'll be more masterful with your words. And because words are spells, and life and death are in the power of the tongue. When you're masterful with your words, baby, all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. It just keeps going. It just gets better. Because you've taken your power back and you've gotten out of this like helpless damsel in distress kind of energy. And you're starting to create your reality and speak into that creation. Well, I don't know if I got an answer for that. Okay, what will help us express ourselves more is getting out of our comfort zone. Getting out of our comfort zone and diving deeper into the understanding of our subconscious mind. Everybody needs to go read Psycho-Cybernetics. It's the godfather of all fucking help books, self-help books. And I just feel like there's so many gems in that book that are going to help you call yourself out and really stick to your guns and really like help you upgrade your mind. So because Leo is willpower, how to how can we activate our willpower? What do we need to do? Give us activities, actions that need to be taken that will activate our willpower. Traveling, making choices, understanding that you have so much more power than you're giving yourself credit for. He's holding the world. Spending time with your fiery friends, spending time with somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aquarius placements, understanding that you are divinely supported to take the road less traveled. So if you need permission from somebody else, here's your sign from the divine. Here's your sign from me. Fuck that bullshit. Turn around, go somewhere new, do something different. It's time to figure out why you're doing what you're doing so that you can figure out the how. No, not figure out the how, because the how is not up to us. Figure out why you're doing what you're doing and allow yourself to receive the how. That's real spiritual shit. That's where faith really fucking kicks in. Thank you, Spirit, for just checking me on that. Oof. So next I want to dive in and see, what don't we see coming? What's coming in that we don't see coming? Clearly, I mean, all the damn best cards have, not the best, but I'm just saying so many good cards have come out that it's just like, things are definitely on the up and up. This is the year of the fucking dragon. Dragons are fierce. They're leaders. They're compassionate. They're big. They take up fucking space. And I feel like you are finally getting permission, or have finally received the like internal okay for you to just finally take up some fucking space and shoot your shot. Because remember, and I'll say this until my dying day, the goal is to get to your deathbed and be like, I did this shit. Ooh, I don't have any regrets. Ooh, I lived so hard. Ooh, I went so hard. Ooh, I went hard as a motherfucker. I did this shit. I lived the shit out of my life. You know? So that you drift off into the next place peacefully, ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, confident and in this anticipatory spirit for like what's next. And I feel like a lot of people who fear death, it just tells me that you're not living a lot of life, that you don't have full access to your heart, that you don't have full access to your authenticity, or you don't have full access to your willpower in some sort of way. And so for those of you who have this big fear of death, I'm letting you know that just is a sign that you need to get busy living, because that's why life is so sweet, is because death is elusive. None of this shit is promised. 27 on the clock, my lucky number. So let's see, what don't we see coming? For our greatest and highest good, what don't we see coming? Strength and the Ace of Pentacles. What you don't see coming is something that's going to make you feel vulnerable. Something that's going to ask you, hey, what are you so afraid of? What is it that you really, really want? What is it that what we don't see coming is an opportunity that's going to require courage. We are going to have to be brave in order to grab this Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have to stop trying to control stuff and pay attention. Stop tending to the fucking, your internal beast and trying to like be a certain way and behave a certain way and come off a certain way, and get your hands free, ready to receive what's actually for you, because what's for you can't fucking miss you, baby. And so I'm letting you know what you don't see coming. It may be somebody with Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements in their sun, moon, or rising, or Venus. There may be somebody that's like a good dad or a good father, or a good paternal, just a good person. I feel like what you don't see coming is the new timeline. There's a new infinity. There's this new cycle that you don't even realize you're on. What you don't see coming is this influx of good health, influx of money. I feel like feeling like you have the energy, feeling like you have the resources. This could be a new promotion. This could be, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. How does that manifest for us? I feel like there's just this new chapter, new living situation. Some of you, this is a promotion, or you getting something of value. But for a lot of us, Ace of Pentacles manifests by way of like jarring you. I feel like the divine, it has to like shake you out of your comfort zone. A lot of you, this Ace of Pentacles manifests by way of like, you finally get on board with your intuition. You finally start trusting yourself. You finally start connecting with your divine feminine energy. Please clarify. And you finally let go of that scarcity mentality, that lack mentality, that fear. Please clarify strength. I feel like there's something that's going to come in that's going to make you feel weak. And I feel like it's a good thing. And you're going to have to like, oh God, what are these defenses that I have up? And why do I have them up? And where did I learn to implement these defenses? I also feel like what some of you don't see coming is like a special gift from a paternal figure in your life, a special gift from your father, something of value being given, a new relationship with your father, a new relationship with somebody that has like this strong, confident, masculine energy. Please clarify strength. This is good news coming in. I feel like shit's getting real. And I feel like what you don't see coming is like the energy, the resources, the news, the team, the people that you need to really start over, to start anew. So lastly, any final closing messages from Source? Anything you need to say to us for this full moon in Leo? Wow. Your concept of your worthiness is really, I love you, but fucked. A lot of us have based our worth off bullshit. Based our worth off of our work. Based our worth off of our productivity, based our worth on how much money we have or how our body looks. And I feel like what the divine wants us to know is that there is this like smack it up, flip it and reverse it energy that's coming in, that's really going to, I just feel like the end of a paradigm happened with that solar eclipse in Libra back in October. And I feel like the world's gonna kind of getting spun up on its head because there are old cycles, old patriarchal, old European, icky, gross fucking standards that are falling away. We are amidst the collective tower. And I just feel like the paradigm has shifted, and motherfucking right. If you do your part to unblock your heart, the amount of union, connection, love, intimacy, and sweetness that's coming into your life is just unparalleled. And then public success and recognition. Riding off into the sunset, way happier than you ever thought that you could be. Understanding that there is no healthy we without a healthy me. There is no healthy interdependence without healthy independence. And there's this sweet and deliciously savory, balanced, connective, creative life that you're being drawn towards and that you're moving towards. You just do your part, get you right, and the right people will come into your life. Let go of that fear and let go of that competition, let go of comparison. They're not you, and that's your superpower. They never will be you. So, who are you? And what are you ready to fucking do about it, babe? I love you.